This actually has to do with Bobby Kennedy Jr. coming to North Carolina for water keepers and some other things to actually let go of a hawk into the wild that had been healed. This is a little lady that came with some hawks. And here she is giving the hawk to Bobby. These pictures are right in a row. And there, Bobby, my next pic, Bobby has this hawk. Then he goes over and stands in a corner. This is looking south-southwest. Actually, maybe looking towards Dallas, Texas, way, way far away. If you'll notice here, there's a contrail behind his head. And the contrail is going this way. So that airplane just went through Bobby Kennedy's head and left a contrail where the exact spot that his uncle, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, was killed. Same direction. There you go. Contrail going that way. Very few planes go over that area. And what's interesting about this is it looks like he's holding an eagle there. It was silhouette. Now, I didn't move the camera. I didn't move the spot. You're going to see. Look at the handrail. And the next pic is almost the same. It's a little lower. And now it's not silhouetted out. And this hawk is actually leaving a green spot right there on his chest. It's a green circle. Right there on his chest and on the hawk's body. Green. These two individuals are having some sort of communication. Boom. See, I just kept on taking these shots real quick and everything. You know, right back to back. There's a couple more green ones there, but not many. And then he got a little ruffled. Got taken back. This is another hawk. The only reason I'm doing this, watch, it's kind of funny. Guy's getting ready to shoot this hawk here, pick-wise. I missed one. And there he is behind that hawk. The hawk's about ready to be let loose and to go over and supposedly fly on Bobby Kennedy's hand. Boom, boom, boom. And there's the back of Bobby Kennedy. There's part of the wing. And then if you see right in here, there's another part of the wing. That whole hawk is behind Bobby's head. Remember old Seinfeld? Wow, Bobby, what a big head you got there, dude. That's funny. Now this is a hawk he got to let go. I believe it was. Yeah, that was healed. See, there he is again, ruffling and everything. And here he is. But here's Bill Clinton. Yes, he is. Not really, but a guy that kind of looks like Bill Clinton. His clothes and all that. He's about ready to let that hawk go. There's Bill again, right back there. And there's Bill again in his baggier pants and all that. It's kind of funny. And here's a headless woman, a bodiless woman right there. And he's about ready to let that thing go. And there he lets it go. Boom. I had to move my camera real quick. And I was lucky to catch that. But I did. There you go. But this is where he let the bird go at. This big old predator. Right there. That's Table Rock. And this peak is Hawk's Bill. And then that's Sitting Bear. On the other side of that is where the Over the Mountain boys traveled all the way down to Kings Mountain and defeated the British way back in 1781. Boom, 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 boom. And that's where, and this is where he let that go, looking straight over into that area. And this thing right here is the tree that he was standing beside. You notice that he was standing near a tree. And this is a tree. It happened a year and a half after he left, I believe. I have to look on my picture. Maybe it was the same year. I think it was a December 25th storm that hit Dallas, Texas, and 2-3 days later it came up and it blew that tree apart. See, there's the top of it up there. Boom. And it blew it apart. Killed that thing. we had that tree totally cut off down to the ground. I ended up in counting the rings. I wanted to know what was going on. It was actually 3 trees. They had grown together over the years. And that tree, those 3 trees, they might not have been too old, but they were growing at the time that the Over the Mountain boys went down past the mountain range, Table Rock and all that, all the way to Kings Mtn. They were alive and growing right there in front of that house at that particular time, 1781, excuse me. I counted the rings, people. I know what I was doing. I maybe got some videos of it, maybe I didn't. So anyway, there's Bobby Kennedy at Mountain Blowing Rock, North Carolina. That was on the canyon wall right there, looking down into the canyon and across to the Sacred Mountain, Table Rock, and Hawksbill, and Sitting Bear. But it's Table Rock that had the sacred altar on it. It was Table Rock where they had their ceremonies. It was Table Rock and its shape and this and that makes it so famous. And here's the prize, Mr. President. Donald J. Trump, here is the prize. We were just talking about Table Rock, the holy mountain of the Cherokee. This rock, which split on itself, which split away from the holy altar, because by that time it had been desecrated on 6/6/1999, the exact 31st anniversary of Bobby Kennedy passing. This sacred altar was desecrated. Got a video on that, but anyway, Mr. President, wouldn't you love to get a hold of these things and give it to the Cherokees? I mean, after all, I did take it out of Table Rock in 2000 and something. You know, it is possibly a national park. You can put me in jail for having these rocks, but here's the thing, sir. No one knew where these rocks came from. I left them there. I placed them where they were supposed to be. Came back 6.666 days later. Let's just say a week. I'm sorry I put in the 666, but there you go. And somebody had thrown one of these rocks already over the hill. Luckily, I knew the rock and I saw it. And the other one was moved down in its original place. But at that time, I decided, well, no one knows that these rocks have come from this sacred altar, this holy altar. They're going to be thrown away. Even I won't even be able to recognize them. I'll forget what they look like. It's mine. The good Lord, the one Father in heaven, gave me the ability to get these rocks and bring them home and to meditate on them, knowing full well for millions of years these rocks have always been on top of Table Rock, or what we have right there now, how it's deteriorated. And it came from their altar. This is important stuff. This is valuable. This is far more valuable than you people can even understand. So, President Donald J. Trump, how are you going to get these from me when I'm dead and they're thrown in the trash? Huh? How are you going to do that? Oh, it doesn't mean anything. Okay. So there you go, people. It doesn't mean anything. I wasted my time. I showed you what I've saved for you, the species of man, and you don't care. Okay, great, fantastic. You have a great forever, okay? You all be good now. Oh, we know you're hurting out there. Somehow you're hurting because you can't make sensible, honorable decisions. So be good. Take care.